guys, my name is Emerson and I'm here again to talk a little bit about optimization, processes optimization, right? So today we're going to be talking about the Kaizen method. Kaizen is a quality control tool. It's basically a quality control tool. It's basically an improvement tool. So Kaizen is a Japanese word which can be separated into two words. Kai means change and Zen means good. So good changes or good change. So the concept of Kaizen basically states that if you have a problem, you can fix that problem or eliminate that problem by implementing improvements over time in small steps. So basically it's a continuous improvement process implemented in small steps. Okay, Kaizen is a very easy tool to understand. It doesn't require a lot of knowledge, previous knowledge, of other techniques, and it's super easy to implement. It's very easy to implement and follow its success or its failure. Okay, because it's very practical. It's a very practical tool. So I've come up with some steps to help you implement Kaizen in any situation that you may face or in any problem that you may have in the company or in your life. So first of all, I'm going to say the steps, and after that I'm going to apply those steps to real example, right? So that you can get the concept in a better way. So here are the steps. I've come up with 5 steps actually. So I'm going to read the steps, right? And you can follow in the presentation here. So the step number 1 is define the problem. Step number 2 is define the current situation. Step number 3, establish the ideal situation. Step number 4, take this gap between the current situation and the ideal situation, right? There's a gap here. And try to come up with steps to eliminate this gap. Step number 5, implement the strategies little by little until you achieve the result you want, or the result you aim, or the target. So let's take a look at the real example here. So imagine that you have a very tight routine, you have a very hard routine, you don't have time for anything, and basically your routine starts at 5:20 when you wake up, and it takes you 40 minutes to get ready to leave home to work, right? So you leave home to work at 6 every day. You take a bus and you arrive at work at 7. You work from 7 to 4 p.m. every day. After that you return home. You arrive at home approximately at 5:30 p.m. and you relax a little bit, take a shower, eat something, and go to undergrad school. And you study from 7 to 10 p.m. and you arrive at home at 10:40 to 11 p.m. After that you eat something, you take a shower, you study a little, and you go to bed at approximately 11:30 p.m. And then you start again your routine the other day, and you do the same activities from Monday to Friday. But you are feeling very exhausted during the day. You're not feeling energized to perform the activities that you have to perform during your day. your work day and your study day. So and you also getting fat, you're getting very stressed out, and it's not, you're not feeling good about it. So you decide to go to the doctor, and the doctor asks you to start a physical activity. He says that by doing this, you're going to feel more energized, and he advises you to start this physical activity in the morning before going to work. But there's a problem here. You don't have time. You have to reserve, or you're going to have to find a way to you know, to break your routine in order to have some time, some free time to practice the physical activity. So you remember the step number 1 of Kaizen? Step number 1 is define the problem. So you have the problem here. You don't have time to practice physical activities, but you need to practice to start a physical activity. But you don't have time during the morning. So the problem is that you don't have time during the morning. Step number 2, define the current situation. What is the current situation? You wake up at 5:20 and you leave home at 6. So you have 40 minutes to get ready for work, for leaving home. So establish the ideal situation. So the ideal situation would be having 30 minutes, at least 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes available for the exercises that you're going to do, the physical activities that you're going to do. So there's a gap here, right? Your current situation, you don't have this 30 minutes. The ideal situation, you have the 30 minutes. Step number 4, take this gap between the current situation and the ideal situation and try to come up with steps to eliminate that problem or that gap. So the first step, the first idea that you come up with is you are going to wake up 10 minutes earlier. You have thought about it and you think that it's feasible. This possibility is totally feasible. It's not going to cause you any trouble, any problem. And then you decide that you're going to wake up 10 minutes earlier every day. And then you start implementing this change. So in the first week, you start waking up 10 minutes earlier every day. Okay, in the second week, you come up with another idea. The idea is, in the morning you shave every day, right? You shave every day in the morning before going to work. You take a shower, you brush your teeth, and you shave. This shaving process takes you approximately 5 to 10 minutes. So you come up with an idea. You are going to transfer this activity to the night. You're going to allocate this activity to the night, right after when you arrive at home from school. You're going to arrive at home and you're going to take a shower and shave before sleeping, you know, before going to sleep. So it's totally feasible as well, and you're going to save more 5 to 10 minutes. You're going to implement this change in the second week. So during the second week, you will be having 2 changes compared to the way it used to be before. So now you are waking up 10 minutes earlier. So you have 10 minutes plus 5 to 10 minutes from the shaving that you have eliminated from the morning. So you have 15 minutes, let's say 15 minutes. So you are still waking up 10 minutes earlier in the second week, and together with that activity you remove the shaving process from the morning. This is the second step that you implement, the second strategy that you implement in the second week. So little by little you implement the changes until you achieve the result you want, until you achieve your goal, the target you want. The third idea that you come up with, or the third implementation, is instead of looking for the things that you need to organize in the morning, you're going to organize all the things the day before, and you're going to place those things in just one place. This will enable you not to spend time looking for things in the morning, so it will save you a lot of time as well. So for instance, you're going to position the socks, the shoes, your clothes, the wallet, the keys, etc. in just one place. So this will save you more 10 minutes. In the first week you started waking up earlier, 10 minutes earlier. In the second week you allocated the shaving process. Shaving process, it's very funny. You allocated the shaving to the night. Third week you organize all the stuff the night before in just one place. You put everything that you need in one place, all the stuff that you need in one place. This will save you more 10 minutes. So you have here a total of 25 minutes. Fourth week, you have another idea. In the morning, you usually watch the news on TV for 10 minutes. So you cut that activity as well, and you decide to do that in your bus trip, during your bus trip. So instead of watching the news on TV at home, you're going to do that on the bus while going to work. Instead of watching, you're going to read, right? You're going to access the internet and you're going to read the news. This will save you more 10 minutes. So that's it. So you have implemented some strategies, you have implemented some changes, small changes, over a period of time, in this case 4 weeks, and you have gotten the time that you want, that will enable you to do your physical activities. So you have saved a total of 15 plus 10, 25 plus 10, 35 minutes. So now you have 35 minutes to do your physical activities. So by implementing the 5 steps, you have solved this problem. Okay, so this is basically what Kaizen is. So Kaizen is a tool that helps you fix a problem by the implementation of small steps during a period of time. Instead of implementing a big change at once, you break this change into small changes, and you implement those small changes every day or every period of time, and you are adding other changes with the first changes, okay, in order to obtain the result you want. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. So keep optimizing.